Hey guys, what's going on? Ronald here with another GTA 5 video. And this time we're talking about the 3 vehicles that beginners are advised to get as some of their first vehicles. Now, you already bought a safe house or a garage and are eager to fill it up as a beginner. I mean, if you're a beginner, you wouldn't have like a 10 garage apartment like the Eclipse Towers or Integrity. So maybe you would have some sort of a small house. Maybe a 6-car garage or a 2-car or a 4-car. So, you know, these are some of the cars I recommend that you get to add to your collection. Now, of course, you are free to choose whatever car you want, but these are just my recommendations. So, let's get into it. Alright, firstly, we have the Ubermark Xeon or Xeon Cabrio. Now, the only difference is that the Cabrio version is the soft top with a retractable roof. So for the PC, just hold H to retract the roof, but your car cannot be moving while you're trying to retract it. So not sure about other platform, how to retract the roof and all that, so I'm sorry about that. Now the beauty of the Xeon or Xeon Cabrio is that it is pretty fast. It has decent speed and you get it for free off the street really easily. Now for me, I tend to find one with very little difficulty, somewhere near the Eclipse Towers, the Vinewood area, or Little Portola. Of course, I've also seen people find them near Franklin Safe House in Strawberry, or even near Simeon's showroom. Now, here's the thing about the Xeon. Even in high-tier coupe races, like in coupe class races, the Xeon and the Xeon Cabrio is regarded as one of the best vehicles for said class, because it has very good traction around corners and very good top speed. Well, for coupe class anyway, because it's not going to be the Zentorno, but I've actually went head to head with a Kuruma or a Jester once, and they're not much faster than the Xeon. So yeah, but also if you are a beginner, you're gonna have Xeon, you're not gonna have armor upgrades on it, so keep in mind that it is pretty brittle. A few hits will render the car completely wrecked, so try to keep collisions to a minimum if you are just starting out as a beginner. Now next stop, we have the Elegy R8. Now this thing is for free and you can find it on the Legendary Motorsports website, and of course it has very good handling. That's what I have to say. It has very good handling and traction, but it does tend to oversteer a little bit sometimes. What I recommend doing is giving the car some tuner tires, because that will increase the grip a little bit, and of course put a spoiler on it. Now of course, you're just like the Xeon, it is pretty brittle, so you might want to minimize the collisions. And the beauty about the Elegy is, much like the Xeon as well, it can remain very competitive with some of the other sports classes that you see often in races, like the Massacro, the Jester, the Lynx, and the 770. So it is pretty good. It's also widely used amongst pros, so with some practice you can actually get it to work in your favor. But keep in mind, even with 100% armor, this thing still bends a lot. There are a lot of visible collision damage if you hit anything slightly harder than a loaf of bread. Now, finally, we come to a car that actually requires you to have a decent sum of money to get stock. And I'm talking, of course, about the Kuruma armor. Now, this thing, of course, is tough as hell. You can have an elephant stand on top of this thing for half an hour and it still won't dent. So it's not something you can get right off the bat, but rather it requires the completion of the Fleesa heist to unlock this vehicle. And it costs 525,000 to buy it stock, that's without upgrades. But trust me, it can pay for itself very quickly. The chances of someone killing you with bullets when you're in the vehicle are about the same as the chances of a level 20 Magikarp trying to use tackle to defeat a level 75 Rhyperior. Now, even without upgrades, it's still a pretty good car. It has acceptable speed, almost no chance of being dented in any parts of the chassis. The only visible damage I've ever been able to see on it is when I tried to run over my brother's Kuruma in a tank. Run over it. I don't know how to describe it. Then I see like a small dented part on the front left. And that is with a tank. I did not shoot at it. However, if you see anything explosive, get the hell out of there, because the Kuruma is not built to withstand any explosions at all, unlike the Shafter V12 armored or any armored vehicles. So if you see any explosives, you can be sure that it can turn your Kuruma into something you can find in a scrapyard. Now, if you want the Kuruma armored early, I suggest getting someone high level to carry you in a biker or CEO missions, because those can actually pay you quite a lot of money. And of course, if you have no experience in the Fleecer heist, don't worry. You can get someone to carry you as well. Also, there's no real threat during the main heist itself. It's only during the process of getting the Kuruma itself that's slightly threatening, because there are quite a lot of gangsters over there. So, you know, find a friend that knows what they're doing, of course. And, you know, there's almost no way to fail the main heist if the instructions are followed. Just listen to what Lester has to say, even though he's annoying as hell. So those are the 3 vehicles I recommend for the beginner. The Xeon Cabrio or Xeon, the Elegy, and the Kuruma Armored. Now I do have more, but I chose these 3 for this video, so let me know what you think. Also, let me know what were the first vehicles you ever owned in GTA Online, if you've already played this game for some time. In my case, that would be the first vehicle I ever got was the Elegy, and then the Kuruma Armored, because I saw how my friend had one and how useful it was. And then the last one, the third vehicle I believe I got was a Pegasi Zentorno, if I remember right. I don't remember, that's like 1.5 years ago. So with that, I'm gonna end this episode here. Sorry if I seem to stutter a bit now and then, because I do have a script written out, but I want to add some things in between. And it's not the perfect script because I've written it last night at 2 AM. And it's now 1:44 in the afternoon when I record the audio. So with that, we'll end this episode. Rate and subscribe as you see fit, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.